Thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but they see where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And to quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in it. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing, yo. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. I just been living online, my city don't show me no love and that's fine. Fuck local radio stations, I got more plays than all of these rappers combined. I'm going again, I've been going in, I'm fed up with so many things. I gotta just let it all out, I'm talking about the shit they've been talking about. Telling me I should do this, telling me I should do that. Telling me things about rap. Talking the truth and that stab in my back, they will knock me off track. No, too many things have been building, been hard to deal with, I just been drinking. Remember my moves in the past, I'm wondering what was I thinking. Lately I'm living in fear, wondering what if the end is so near. All of this shit going on, the shootings are strong. One shot to the head and I'm gone. I'm losing control but I can't let it go, cause I'm trying to get more. And I've been in the moment, I've been in the zone, and I'm moving alone. I don't pick up the phone when my family call, I've been doing it wrong and I don't know what's happening. Trying to get what I just been imagining, getting close and I just been examining all of the fake shit the game has been packaging.
I've been keeping real, I've been doing what I feel. I've been out here trying to kill every beat, I know I will. Everything I'm working on, every night another song. They've been quiet all along, they gon' notice when I'm gone.
I come from a town where most of the people are so close-minded. They go into school and they work in a job but they don't even like it. I won't be put in a box, nobody telling me what I should rock. Nobody telling me what I should drop, cause I do what I want and just know I don't stop. Recording till 4 in the morning, they snoring, I'm pouring my soul into every story. I'm writing, producing, I mix it, I master, I'm building my craft and I'm not looking back. I've been going doing things I wanna do when I want to. Everybody wanna get a win but they not do. Everybody wanna copy you but they not you. Everybody wanna be cool but they not new. Whoa, look how I go, gonna be a dentist, I still got the flow. Never gonna lose cause I'm still doing both. Never gonna lose cause I've been on the road. Come to your state and I'm killing the show. Know that I'm young and I still gotta grow. Know that I'm working the most, know I'm never gonna choke. And I'm looking back down on the people below.
I've been keeping real, I've been doing what I feel. I've been out here trying to kill every beat, I know I will. Everything I'm working on, every night another song. They've been quiet all along, they gon' notice when I'm gone.
gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give, never gonna give you up. Never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give you up. Never gonna give, never gonna give. Never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give you up. Never gonna give, never gonna give. Never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give you up. Never gonna give.
Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone can see me okay. We are live again for our weekly virtual football quiz. Back again after a few months break. Did it again for the first time last week. Really enjoyable. So we are back again this evening. Just seeing how many's online. Good evening, Dan. Good evening, Rob. Good evening, Paul. Good evening, Kev Johnson. Just getting everything set up. So I think we're just about getting there. I think hope everyone had a brilliant Christmas, had a really good time, nice break with family and everything. Had a really quiet one down here in Devon, spending it with the family and with got to saw my mother as well. So watched Exeter against the mighty Forest Green, if you can say that. Scraped a 1-1 draw, but played okay. We played okay, so can't complain. Newport County on New Year's Day, so that's a big one for us. So looking forward to that. Good evening, Richard. Good evening, Steve. Evening, Rob. There with Jacob and Emma. Good to see you. Hope you're all well. Good evening, Paul Adams. He was hoping for a cricket score yesterday. I presume we talked about the Liverpool game. Good evening, Rob Feek. Nice to see you. Good evening, Richard. Up the posh. So I've got different feeds going on here, so I'm trying to see everyone's messages as they come in as well. I got moaned at last week that I didn't say hello to a few people, so I'm trying to catch everyone. We haven't got that many online tonight, so hopefully I should be able to catch everyone as we get through it. Around about, let me put a couple of minutes, 3 minutes to go. So just click on that. I think we'll be ready to go in 3 or 4 minutes time. Evening, Russ. Evening, Martin. Evening, David. Good evening, Paul. Sheridan out 2020. Yeah, it's not going well for Swindon, is it? I thought you'd do quite well this year after the great season you had in League 2 last year. Went up to Swindon to watch Exeter play and you absolutely battered us, but not really happening this year. Evening, Kelly Jones from the Stereophonics. Nice to see you again, back online. Good evening, Christopher Walker, all the way from Sunderland. We've had a few good games to Sunderland over the years, old Exeter. Remember going up there, must have been about 6 years ago now, in a Little Woods Cup, Coca-Cola Cup, Carabao Cup, whatever you call it, playing Sunderland. I think it was 3-3 at half time. I think we lost 6-3 in the end, if I remember rightly. Cracking game though. Evening, Josh, good to see you. Wait for everyone else to join and then we should be able to get going. Normal format as always. We've got 2 rounds and then we've got a little break. Got some anagrams for the half-time break, something slightly different. Then we've got 2 more rounds after that. for a little bit of fun. We are doing our New Year's Eve quiz as well. I decided to put a New Year's Eve one. It's going to be at 6 o'clock on Thursday evening. If anybody's interested in joining that, all the details are on our various social media pages, so you can see those as well. Evening, Jenny. Up the posh, all the posh supporters back on. Good evening, John Baxter. Nice to see you. Well, nice to hear you. Well, nice to hear from you even. Okay, we've got 2 minutes to go before we get underway. Evening, Asa. Good evening, Kev Johnson, Boo the Mackhams, Sue Hughes. Good evening, just joined us. Those who've just joined us who haven't done our virtual football quiz before, we of course started these way back in March, for those who remember. Right at the start of the first lockdown, ran them right through the summer until football started again, and then obviously we gave it a break for a bit. Looks like football could be stopping again. Things seem to be getting worse, so we decided to bring it back. Had a really good one last week. Going to run them every Monday evening, do a few specialty quizzes in between. Like I said, we've got one going on New Year's Eve for those who may be interested, and that one will start at 6 o'clock. So I'm just putting some details together for that. Good evening, Neil. Nice to see you. Okay, we've got about a minute or so left before we begin. I'll go slowly again because I say I'll put it all onto a presentation. Won't have a chance to really go over the questions and go back, but I will go slowly so you've got plenty of time to answer them as we go along. Good evening, Sandra Shepherd just joined. Nice to see you. Okay, we've got about 30 seconds or so to go before we begin with this evening's virtual football quiz. If you haven't had a chance, go along and like our Facebook and our Twitter, and we've also got an Instagram page as well that we're putting a few daily teasers up as well, between myself and my boy. Okay, if we are all about ready, I think we shall get underway. Anyone who's late is joining us, then we'll just have to catch up a little bit. Okay, so here we go. Monday night's quiz, Monday the 28th of December, Chris's virtual football quiz. We shall get underway. Good evening, Lorna. Good evening, Dawn. Greetings from Cheltenham. Nice to see you online. Good evening, Dan. Nice to see you. And we'll start with round one, question one. It is the picture round as we did last week. Relatively easy, easy-ish quiz again. Give everybody a chance as we get back into it after our break that we've had. Question one, what is this stadium called? What is this stadium called? Nice and easy to start with. That is your question one on round one. What is this stadium called? Good evening, Luke. Okay, nice and easy to begin. Remember, keep your answers off Facebook. I can't turn off the live chat on Facebook. It's just not possible. Otherwise, I would during the quiz. It's just simple pens and papers. Write your scores down. Post your scores afterwards if you want to onto one of our various social media sites. Let us know how you get on after each round. But try and keep your answers off the actual page, because obviously it kind of gives it away and spoils it for everybody else. Question two. Who is this legendary player? Well, some will call him a legendary player. Who is this legendary player? That's question two. Who is this legendary player? Okay. Round one is a picture round. We've got 10 questions all on pictures. That's question two. Who is this legendary player? Question three. Identify the two football teams that are playing here. A little bit trickier. Give you a bit of time on this. Identify the two football teams that are playing here. That is question three. Identify the two football teams playing there. Evening, Nolene. Hope you're keeping well. Hope you had a good Christmas. That is question three. Identify the two football teams playing there. Question 4. Whose football shirt is that? As in not the individual, but the actual football team. I should have specified that a bit better. But whose football shirt is that? Which football team is that shirt? That is question 4 on round 1 on the picture round. Whose football shirt is this? And of course, this is all going to be uploaded onto our Facebook page after the quiz. So if you do miss any of them, you have a chance to go back, or if you want to do it at a later time, of course, you can do that as well. Question 4. Whose football shirt is this? Question 5. Name the goalkeeper pictured here. I said relatively easy again. It's the second week of us coming back to do our virtual football quiz since we've had a break, so keeping it relatively simple. Name the goalkeeper pictured here. That is question 5. What a great team that is. Just look at some of those players there. What a great squad. Great football team. It's question 5. Name the goalkeeper pictured there. Question 6 on the first round. Nice and easy. Which football team have this as a badge? Which football team have this as a badge? It's question 6. Which football team have this as a badge? Nice and easy. Question 7. Which team play at this European stadium? I've thrown a few European questions in this evening, so I'm not sure if I've seen them, but we did have some Ajax fans here on last week who were enjoying the quiz. Sent me a couple of messages saying it's really, really good fun. So I've thrown a few, and I think it was one from PSG, I believe, if I remember rightly. So I've thrown a few European questions in. Haven't seen anyone this evening, must admit, from across the water. For question 7, which team play at this European stadium? Which team play at this European stadium? That's question 7 on round 1. Question 8. Who is this? Who is this international in his younger days? Who is this international in his younger days? Question 8. What a fine football shirt that is he has on as well. A little bit of a clue for those who know my background, who are here with us from the beginning with our quizzes back in March. Who is this international in his younger days? That's question 8. Question 9. Some of our non-league fans, another Bromley Massive are on this evening. Took part in a good majority of our quizzes during the first lockdown. A non-league one for you. Which National League team play here? Question 9. Which National League team play here? There's a little bit of a clue there, if your eyesight's okay. Which National League team play here? Don't forget, we got our Christmas kind of pre-recorded quiz that I put up on Facebook at the end of last week. There's a few people had a go at that. It's also on our YouTube channel, which I've only just set up, and I've uploaded it onto there. So if you want another quiz to do over the next few days, if you're off work or with family or friends, or at a bit of a loose end, then of course you can go and do that quiz as well. You can find that on our YouTube channel, which is under the same name, the Virtual Football Quiz, literally just set up. So question 9, which National League team play here? Evening, Matt, nice to see you. And finally, question 10 on the first round, which is the picture round. In which World Cup year did you see this Irish team line up? In which World Cup year did you see this Irish team line up? Some great players there in there back in the day. A great football team they had during that particular World Cup. No, I haven't, Dan. Dave. Keep calling me Dave. No, I haven't had a haircut. I just haven't brushed it properly today because I've been at home all day. So that is round 1. Question 10. In which World Cup year did you see this Irish team line up? Okay, that is your first 10. That is your picture round. I'll give you kind of 20 seconds or so just to consolidate your answers on that. Make sure you've got everything. And I will move on to round 2. Next 10 questions, second half of the first half, all on the international scene. So they're all international related questions. Okay, question 1 of round 2. Which club was David Platt with when he first played for England? Which club was David Platt with when he first played for England? That's question 1 on round 2. Question 2. What was the nickname of Italy's Schillaci? Remember him back in 1990? What was the nickname of Italy's Schillaci? What was the nickname of Italy's Schillaci? Thanks, Dan. Bit of gel and you'd be a ringer for Tony Hadley. He's a lot older than me. Not sure that's a compliment or not. That's question 2. What was the nickname of Italy's Schillaci? Question 3, nice and easy. Which Brian was in England's World Cup squads in 1982, 86 and 1990? Which Brian was in England's World Cup squads in 1982, 1986 and 1990? Question 3, the second round. Remember, these are all on the international scene. All on the international scene. Evening, Ian. Nice to see you. The Bristol Janet in the house. Question 4. Which country did Laurent Blanc play for? Nice and easy. Which country did Laurent Blanc play for? That's question 4. Nice to see the Pilgrims suffering a little bit, although they've had a bit of good run the last couple of games, haven't they? I thought it was all going pear-shaped, I must admit. I was quite impressed. They seemed to pull it out of the bag the last couple of days, unfortunately. Question 4. Which country did Laurent Blanc play for? Question 5 on round 2. Which England defender spent part of the 1990-91 season in prison? I remember this now. Once I kind of looked it up and saw who it was, I thought, oh yeah, I do remember this. It's question 5. Which England defender spent part of the 1990-1991 season in prison? It's question 5 of round 2. Ian says Plymouth started a little quicker than everybody expected, to be honest. Yeah, I think you're right. They did come flying out the block, so I was getting a bit concerned for a minute. You're going to put a bit of a run on for the championship. Question 5. Which England defender spent part of the 1990-91 season in prison? Question 6. Who is the current Dutch national coach? For our Dutch quizzes, if you're online this evening, there's one for you. Who is the current Dutch national coach? It's question 6. Question 7. Name of any of the 3 teams that play football in Istanbul. So I think there is 3 Turkish teams. They're all situated in the capital of Turkey, in Istanbul. Name any one of them for 1 point. Name any of the 3 teams that play football in Istanbul. I think you're right, Ian. I hate to say it, but I think Plymouth will be safe. They'll stay up. I think I'm not sure about Swindon. I think they could be in a bit of trouble there. And there's a few others down the bottom of League One who are going to struggle. But to be fair, but Plymouth, you've got enough. There's enough quality there to stay up. And Ryan Lowe's a great manager, so hate to say it, I think he'll be fine. Question 7. Name any of the 3 teams that play football in Istanbul. All the Dutch dudes are smoking wacky backy, says Dan. Well, they are from Amsterdam, if I remember rightly. Question 8. Which Arsenal goalkeeper of the 1970s played for Arsenal? Very good. That's not meant to be that. It's which Arsenal goalkeeper of the 1970s played for Scotland. That should be said. Slip of the mouse mat and keyboard when I was writing this earlier. Which Arsenal goalkeeper of the 1970s played for Scotland? Which Arsenal goalkeeper of the 1970s played for Scotland? That should say question 8. Which Arsenal goalkeeper of the 1970s played for Scotland? Sheridan out, says Paul. I've never been a fan of his, if I'm perfectly honest with you. I'm not sure why you got rid of the chap you had. I can't remember his name. He seemed to be doing well. John Sheridan was at Plymouth and he did a shocking job. As Ian will probably agree with me, I didn't think he did well at all. And I've never been a fan of his at all, so I'm surprised that Swindon took him on. But there you go. And question 9. Where would you find the Maracana Stadium? In which city would you find the Maracana Stadium? Should have put city on there as well, but question 9. In which city would you find the Maracana Stadium? Yeah, you're quite right, Ian. I hope Exeter do not finish in the playoffs again. I'm surprised that we're doing so well because we've got so many youngsters. We've got a great academy, we've got great youngsters, and a lot of the youngsters have had to step up and are playing first team football this year, which is great for them. We haven't got a really deep squad, but I was kind of worried it was going to be a step too quick for them and we've kind of finished mid-table, but we're doing really well, I think. So I just hope it's not the dreaded playoffs. You know, we've lost 3 of the last 4 finals to Blackpool, Coventry and Northampton. So yeah, let's hope we can get automatics. It's question 9. Where do you find the Maracana Stadium? And question 10 of the last question of the first half. What are the main colours of Spain's home shirt? What are the main colours of Spain's home shirt? Richie Wellens went to South. Of course he did, Ian. Yeah, money talks at the end of the day. Unfortunately, that's what it's all about. Question 10. What are the main colours of Spain's home shirt? Okay, that is your first half. So I should be able to get back up there. Okay, those are the first 2 rounds, half time. Like I said, I have put on a little half time, if I can get it working okay, anagrams, which you can see here. 9 anagrams to do during the half time break. If I put the counter on, I should give you 7 minutes to do that, if I can get it working properly. Okay, so have a go at those. We'll have a little half-time break and then I will be back with the answers to the first half and the answers to the anagrams. Enjoy, and I'll see you in a minute. I'll just add that the anagrams are all football teams, just to let you know. I probably didn't make that clear, but they're all football teams. They're all football teams from the all top 5 divisions, I think they are, including the conference. Okay.
thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but they see where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And to quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in it. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't...
Okay, I'm back up here in the top corner. 54 seconds to go. I'll give you on that, and then we'll give you the answers to the half-time anagrams, and then we'll crack on with the second half of the quiz, and then I'll give you the answers to all of it at the end. Like I say, not too tricky. It's only the second week back. Evening Sean, evening Lee just joined. Good evening John. For those of you who are new, it's Chris's virtual football quiz. We started this back in March, believe it or not. Started doing these during the first lockdown when we had no football at all. Gave them a break over the last few months as football came back, and then through kind of popular demand and a few people asking me, we decided to bring them back again. So hope you're enjoying, hope you're having fun. Slightly new format, and we've got about 10 seconds left on the anagrams, and then I will give you the answers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. So number 1 Daffy Critic is Cardiff City. Cardiff City. On Snotty Cut, careful how you say that, you won't want to be saying that after a couple of beers. On Snotty Cut is Notts County. 3 is Apt Lover is Port Vale. 4 Verbal Cork Burns. You don't be saying that with a Devon accent too quickly, do you? Verbal Cork Burns is Blackburn Rovers. 5 A Full Matchbox Bowler is Wrexham Football Club. I think all of these are right. There may be a little mistake, I don't know. I think I've got them all right from where I found them. 6 is A Screwy Brew Demon is Wycombe Wanderers. 6 A Screwy Brew Demon is Wycombe Wanderers. 7 Do Crafty Bird say that with a Devon accent. Do Crafty Bird is Bradford City. 8, My Wrong Bits is Grimsby Town. And 9, Corny Vet is Coventry. So how do you get on with that little kind of half-time anagram teaser? We'll mix them up each week. We did dingbats last week, got anagrams this week. I'll come up with something else for next week probably. 5. First got sorry, I wouldn't even try to embarrass myself by trying to pronounce your name. So got 5 in the first one. Number 6 is Rubbish. They've all got Football Club at the end. Well done, Dan, thank you. 8 for Chris. Wrexham Football Club was tenuous. Ian got 6 out of 9, kicking himself over 3. That's impressive, actually. Impressive that you got that many. Any other answers coming in before we go on to the second half of the quiz? Josh got 6. 4, 5 and 6 did him. Stephen, well done, got 5. Neil Shulver got 6 out of 9. Paul, thank you, well done. Thank you for giving me a separate name to pronounce and not embarrass myself. Paul Cottle, 6 out of 9, well done. Okay, I will move back on to the second round of the quiz. Coventry City, and you and me going to fall out, Dave. Dawn Meredith, 7 out of 9, well done. Jennifer, 6, well done. Okay, second round. Round 3 is potluck, all on potluck. John Baxter, 7. Kev, 6 out of 9 on the half-time anagrams. Rob, 5 out of 9. Well done. I'll keep reading these as they come in. Okay, question 1 on the third round. Nice and easy. What is the second word in Southend's name? This is all potluck, round 3. Remember, all potluck. Question 1. What is the second word in Southend's name? Nolene, 7. Well done. Nice and easy. Question 1. What is the second word in Southend's name? I'll do all the answers at the end because I put them all on the end of my sheet I've got on here, Chris, if that's all right. And then we'll have to add them all up at the end. Question 2. What country does Andy Robertson play for? Nice and easy. What country does Andy Robertson play for? What country does Andy Robertson play for? Question 3. Who play the home games at Blundell Park? Who play their home football games at Blundell Park? It's question 3 on round 3. Like I say, I'll do all the answers to all 4 rounds at the end of the quiz. And then we can do the answers after that. Who play their home games at Blundell Park? Question 4. I had to check this one actually because I thought there could be a couple of answers, but there is only one answer. Campbell and Keown were together at which club? Campbell and Keown were together at which football club? That's question 4. There is actually only one answer. You've probably got 2 in your mind, so it could be 50-50 which one you go with. Campbell and Keown were together at which football club? Question 5 on round 3. Which country did Kevin Moran play for? Which country did Kevin Moran play for? If you're around on New Year's Eve, as I said earlier, we're going to do a New Year's Eve football quiz as well to finish the year off. Any ideas on any particular topics or subjects, then let us know. Like I said, I haven't put that quiz together yet, so happy to make it whatever anybody wants within reason to make it enjoyable. We'll be running that one from 6 o'clock on Thursday evening. So that'll be 6 o'clock Thursday evening. Good point, Chris. Assume you meant Sol and Martin and not Kevin and Martin. I think it's the same answer, if I'm honest. I was actually thinking Kevin Campbell and Martin Keown, and I think it is actually the same answer. But for those who know me in my first lockdown quizzes back in March, I always got one question wrong, but I think it is the same answer, so I think we'll be all right on that. Review of 2020, Ian says, for New Year's Eve. Yeah, we could do something on that. That sounds good. So question 5, which country did Kevin Moran play for? Question 6. What is the only football team that begins with 5 consonants? What is the only football team name that begins with 5 consonants? That is question 6 on round 3. What is the only football team name that begins with 5 consonants? Yeah, a review of 2020 sounds good. I'll put a round together. I might even put 2 rounds together on that. There's quite a lot happened this year football-wise, really, isn't there? Dan says, can we have a whole quiz on Luton Town, please, Dave? Give these Europeans a bit of an insight into real football. I might get a few Luton Town questions in there. I'm not sure anyone could put up with a whole round on Luton Town. Really? Although we did have a few Luton Town fans on earlier in the year, and I remember that. What is the only football team name that begins with 5 consonants? That's question 7. Question 6. Question 7. What is Notts County's nickname? What is Notts County's nickname? Good evening, Sean. Question 6. English clubs. See if I can go back for question 6. Sorry, yes, English clubs. What is the only English football team name that begins with 5 consonants? And question 7. What is Notts County's nickname? What is Notts County's nickname? Question 8. Who is the current manager of Aston Villa? Question 8. Who is the current manager of Aston Villa? I'll tell you one round we won't be having will be Peterborough United, because half the quizzes on here are all Peterborough fans, all posh fans. Highly intellectual people, obviously, in Peterborough. Enjoy their quizzes. I used to work in Peterborough many years ago. I might have told you all this already. I used to live in a little place called Moreton. We had a house in Moreton, which was about 3 miles north of a place called Bourne, which, if I remember rightly, is about 10 miles north of Market Deeping, which is another 5 miles north of Peterborough. So it used to take me about half an hour to get into work, but lovely part of the world. Really enjoyed it up there, had a great time. Question 8, who is the current manager of Aston Villa? I must go back up there, get up to London Road or whatever it's called these days, and go see my old house in Moreton. Question 9, where did Coventry City play their home games? Where do Coventry City play their home games? Dan Johnson, he's getting a bit fiery tonight. There's nothing posh about Peterborough. Is that the Peterborough-Luton bit of rivalry there? Where do Coventry City play their home games? Question 9. These stories are making me sound like Uncle Albert. Thanks very much, Dan. During the war, that's what he says, isn't it? And finally, question 10. In which decade was Lionel Messi born? In which decade was Lionel Messi born? That's final question 10 of round 3. Give you 20-30 seconds or so just to get your answers down on that before we move on to round 4. Those of you who are new and just joining or just coming into the quiz to have a look, we are doing a New Year's Eve quiz, so follow us on our various social media pages on Instagram, Twitter or Facebook to keep up to date with that. And the New Year's Eve quiz will start at 6 o'clock Thursday night, and of course then we'll be back next Monday at 7:45 for our normal Monday night quiz. #MNQ Monday night quiz, and it's live, as they say. Okay, question round 4 is all on strikers. All on strikers, the final round before I go through the answers. Question 1, where did Alan Shearer move to on leaving Southampton? Where did Alan Shearer move to on leaving Southampton? Question 1 of round 4. Where did Alan Shearer move to on leaving Southampton? For those of you who might miss some of the quiz, I will upload. It will be, of course, available on Facebook after this event, and I'll also upload it onto our YouTube channel that I've just literally just set up this week, so people can go back and do it in their own time if they want to. Chris Mitchell, delighted these quizzes are back. You are more than welcome. I must admit, I missed doing them. I had a really good, the first 6 months of this year, we had a really good time doing them, really good fun. And then it dropped off a little bit, had some issues with tech stuff and sound and that. And then it was getting into the middle of summer and football was starting to come back and people were starting to watch games. And we used to run them on a Saturday afternoon, so thought we'll give it a break. And then football kind of came back, and I had a few messages from people saying we'd like to get it going again. And now it looks like, quite likely, I think, excuse me, shouldn't cough, football might even stop again, I think, come the next couple of months. So we'll bring them back. People still can't get to games. I think there's only, is it 8 clubs or 7 clubs around the country that can currently get to games. I know Exeter and Plymouth are 2 of them down here in Tier 2. There's Liverpool, I think Everton, and there's a few others, but most people won't be going to games as well. So I thought we'll bring the quizzes back and see if people start to enjoy them again and want us to carry on. And as long as people want to do them, I'll keep doing it on a Monday night. It's a night that seems to suit everyone, so we'll go for that. Okay, question 2. From which club did Ollie Watkins join Aston Villa? The great Ollie Watkins came out of Exeter's academy. One of the stars that came out of our academy. I can name so many. We had Ollie Watkins, we've got Ethan Ampadu, we've had Matt Grimes who went to Swansea, we've had Jordan Story who's gone to Preston, another academy kid. We've got a young guy called, can't remember his name, Christendon. He went to Aston Villa as a 15-year-old. He's probably going to break through to their first team in the next couple of years. Don't know what it is with our academy, but we've done really, really well. I think we'd have a championship team if we kept all our players of the last 5 or 6 years, easily. But hey, that's what happens with clubs in League 2. Question 2, from which club did Ollie Watkins join Aston Villa? Evening Phil just joined. Question 3. Which Premier League football club was Harry Kane loaned out to in 2013? Which Premier League football club was Harry Kane loaned out to in 2013? Jaden Stockley. Yeah, he didn't come from our academy, but he's a great, great player. We had him on loan from Bournemouth, Dan. Then he went to Aberdeen, and then he came back to us. Could do with him now, to be honest. And now he's kind of sort of in the Preston first team, isn't he? Asa Ashman played for Western. You played for Western Supermare, or Ollie? I think Ollie Watkins was on loan at Western Supermare. Is that what you're talking about? Question 4. I'll keep up with the quiz. It's getting like a chat show otherwise, isn't it? What nationality is Liverpool striker Mo Salah? Nice and easy. What nationality is Liverpool striker Mo Salah? That is question 4 of round 4. What nationality is a Liverpool striker Mo Salah? Question 5. Ryan Kent is a striker currently playing for which football club? Ryan Kent is a striker currently playing for which football club? Question 5 on round 4. Ryan Kent is a striker currently playing for which football club? Up the Seagulls, Western Sea. What's your connection with Western Supermare? I'm intrigued. Question 6. Which striker scored both Arsenal goals in the 2020 FA Cup final? Which striker scored both the Arsenal goals in the 2020 FA Cup final? That's question 6. Which striker scored both the Arsenal goals in the 2020 FA Cup final? Question 7 on round 4. Milosevic and York, as in it was Savo Milosevic and Dwight York, played up front for which Premiership team in the 1990s or early 2000s, I think it was. Is it Savo Milosevic, I think? And Dwight York played up front for which Premiership team in the 1990s, early 2000s? That is question 7. Milosevic and York played up front for which Premiership team in the 1990s, early 2000s? Question 8. Which club did Thierry Henry leave to join Barcelona? Question 8 on round 4. Which club did Thierry Henry leave to join Barcelona? I might say if you're just joining and you missed most of the quiz, the answers, the quiz will be on our Facebook page and it will also be on the YouTube channel we just set up. Simple. We normally have 4 rounds, 2 in the first half, 2 in the second half. It's all answers on pen and paper, and then we simply do our scores at the end, and we have a little bit of half-time fun as well. We had anagrams tonight. So question 8, which club did Thierry Henry leave to join Barcelona? Question 9. Mark Hughes joined Chelsea from which football club? Mark Hughes joined Chelsea from which football club? And then we'll have one more, and then we'll run through the answers for all 4 rounds straight after this. Question 9. Mark Hughes joined Chelsea from which football club? And finally, for this evening, question 10. Dennis Bergkamp played his international football for whom? Nice and easy. Even you'll get this one, Dan. Dennis Bergkamp played his international football for whom? Question 10. Dennis Bergkamp played his international football for whom? Okay, I'll give you a few seconds, 10-15 seconds, just to go through your questions. Make sure you got your answers for everything, and then I will run through the answers to all 4 rounds. Run out of water. I'm relying on a good score from you tonight, Dan. Wasn't he just a great player, Ian? Great player, Dennis Bergkamp. Okay, we'll go back round to our answers. Back to round 1, which is a picture round. Nice and easy. If you're ready, get your pens and papers, do your scoring. Of course, let us know on our social media pages how you got on. You know, if you want to post some pics of your scores, it'd be great to see. Put your scores on there. And don't forget, we'll be doing our New Year's Eve quiz at 6 o'clock on Thursday. All the details are on Twitter, Instagram, and of course Facebook. Okay, question 1. What is the stadium called? Of course, it is Goodison Park, one side of Stanley Park, and the Mighty Reds the other side. Question 2. Who is this legendary player? Of course, Ali McCoist, Scottish international, Rangers stalwart Ali McCoist. Question 2 was Ali McCoist. Question 3. Identify the 2 football teams playing here. It was Stoke City and Crystal Palace we're looking for there. Identify the 2 football teams playing there. It was Stoke City and Crystal Palace. You live right in the centre of Liverpool, do you, Asa? I haven't been back up there for many a year, about 3 years now. Question 4. Whose football team shirt is this? Whose football team shirt is that? Is Middlesbrough. It is Middlesbrough. Oh, what I said Ali McCoist for, sorry. I put the wrong picture. Of course, it's Charlie Nicholas. There's my one error of the night. Apologies, everybody. I knew I'd get one wrong. It's because I was looking for Ali McCoist, and I had Ali McCoist, and I put a wrong bloody picture up. Oops, sorry, I shouldn't swear. Of course, it's Charlie Nicholas. Charlie Nicholas. Moving on, whose football team? That's got everyone going. Whose football team shirt is it? It is Middlesbrough. It is Middlesbrough. You can have a point for Charlie Nicholas, quite rightly. You will not have a point for Ali McCoist. Whose football team shirt is this? It is Middlesbrough. Name the goalkeeper pictured here. Of course, it's Edwin van der Sar. Edward van der Sar. Edwin van der Sar. Did he get sacked by Sky Sports? Was he still with Sky Sports, Charlie Nicholas? I can't remember. And was he one of the ones that went? Question 6. Which football team has this as a badge? Of course, it is Brazil. It is Brazil. Dan, if you want a half a point for Alan McCoy, no way. Question 7. Which team play at this European stadium? Of course, it's Borussia Dortmund. It's the big yellow wall, as it's known. I think it's the biggest, or it was the biggest home standing area in the whole of Europe, I think. It was about 10,000 people it holds. It's Borussia Dortmund. So which team play there? It is Borussia Dortmund. Of course, who is this international in his younger days? In his Exeter shirt, probably making his debut when he was 15 there, young Ethan Ampadu. Of course, now with Chelsea, went on loan to RB Leipzig. And then, of course, now on loan at Sheffield United for this season, Ethan Ampadu. Question 9. Which National League team play here? It is Hartlepool United. Hartlepool United. I did see Alfie on earlier, Hartlepool United fan. Not sure if he stayed on the quiz, but he was there. And those who've got good eyesight, you'll see the HUFC, which probably gives it away, unless anyone put Hereford United, of course. And question 10 of round 1. In which World Cup year did you see this Irish team line up? It was 1994, the USA World Cup, 1994. Okay, on to round 2. Question 1. Which club was David Platt with when he first played for England? He was with Aston Villa. He was with Aston Villa. Question 2. What was the nickname of Italy's Schillaci? It was Toto. He was Toto Schillaci. I think he was top scorer in Italian 90 with 6 goals, if I believe. Did he tie with Gary Lineker? Someone will tell me. Which Brian was in England's World Cup squads in 82, 86 and 90? It was Brian Robson. Question 4. Which country did Laurent Blanc play for? It was France, of course. Played for France. Question 5. Which England defender spent part of the 1990-91 season in prison? It was Tony Adams. And if I recall correctly, I think was it on a drink driving charge? I believe he went to prison. Again, someone will tell me. Question 6. Who's the current Dutch national coach? It is Frank de Boer. Frank de Boer is the current Dutch national coach. Question 7. Name any of the 3 teams that play football in Istanbul. You could have had Galatasaray, Besiktas or Fenerbahce. I think are the 3 main teams. There could be lower league, 3rd division, 4th division teams. But you can have Galatasaray, Besiktas or Fenerbahce. Toto was the sole winner of the 1990 Golden Boot. Lineker got 4, said Chris. Ian said he won it on his own. Thought he did. I wasn't sure if Lineker was up there. So Galatasaray, Besiktas or Fenerbahce. Question 8. Which Arsenal goalkeeper of the 1970s played for Scotland? I changed it on that slide. Which Arsenal goalkeeper of the 1970s played for Scotland? Of course, it's Bob Wilson. Bob Wilson's what I'm looking for there. And question 9. The Maracanã Stadium is in Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro. Well done, Richard. I knew someone would come up with a different team. Istanbul Başakşehir. Can't even say it. But you can have a point from that. I came up for 3, but it looks like there's 4. Question 10. What are the main colours of Spain's home shirts? And they are red. They are red. Okay, round 3 answers, which was pot luck. All these questions are on pot luck. Paul says the ones that played Manchester United in the Champions League. Yeah, correct, they did. So any of those 4 teams for teams that play in Istanbul for your points. Question 1 on round 3. What is the second word in Southend's name? Nice and easy. They are Southend United. Southend United. Question 2. Which country does Andy Robertson play for? He, of course, plays for Scotland. Andy Robertson plays for Scotland. Question 3. Who play home games at Blundell Park? I think it's Grimsby Town. Just questioning myself for a minute, but yeah, I'm sure it's Grimsby Town. Question 4. Campbell and Keown were together at which club? I was thinking Kevin Campbell and Martin Keown, but it is Arsenal. I think Sol Campbell and Martin Keown would have worked as well. They were both at Everton, but they weren't there at the same time, so I did check that. So it is Arsenal for question 4. Question 5. Which country did Kevin Moran play for? Is the Republic of Ireland. Republic of Ireland, Kevin Moran. Question 6 of round 3. What is the only football team name that begins with 5 consonants? It is Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace. C-R-Y-S-T. C-R-Y-S-T. Some good scores coming in from the first half. Stephen 9 out of 10 on the second round. David Elridge 17 out of 20. Stephen 15 out of 20. Dan half a point for end. Chris Mitchell 20 out of 20. Well done. Ashley Peed 16 out of 20. Ian Sumner got the wrong island. So Crystal Palace for the team of 5 consonants. Great pub question there. Question 7. What is the Notts County's nickname? They're known as the Magpies. They're the Magpies. Question 8. Who is the current manager of Aston Villa? It is Dean Smith. It is Dean Smith. Question 9. Where did Coventry City play their home games? Well, it's at Birmingham City, as any Coventry or Birmingham fan will know. Not sure what the new name of Birmingham City's ground is. Don't think it's St Andrews anymore, but whatever they're called, you can have. Or you can have Birmingham City, or you can have St Andrews. But Coventry City play their home games at Birmingham City. Jennifer, well done, 17. Chris Walker, 17. Dan, 1.5. Richard, 18. Well done. And question 10 of round 3. In which decade was Lionel Messi born? He was born in the 1980s. 1980s. Okay, the final round. Question 4 and the answers from the final round. Question 1. Where did Alan Shearer move to on leaving Southampton? It is Blackburn Rovers. Alan Shearer moved to Blackburn Rovers. Question 2. From which club did Ollie Watkins join Aston Villa? Of course, it was Brentford. £28 million plus, I think, was it 5 million add-ons? Of which about 3 or 4 million came back to Exeter, which makes us very happy down here. Question 3. Which Premier League football club was Harry Kane loaned out to in 2013? It was Leicester City. Leicester City. Harry Kane was loaned out to Leicester City in 2013. Question 4. What nationality is Liverpool striker Mo Salah? Of course, he's Egyptian. The Egyptian king, as he is known. Question 5. Of course, this round was all on strikers. Ryan Kent is a striker currently playing for which football club? He's at Glasgow Rangers. Glasgow Rangers. Still St Andrews to football fan. I quite agree. I'm not one with naming these stadiums. I know it's all for publicity and it's for money and for rights, but I prefer the old names. I'm quite old-fashioned and traditional like that. Question 6. Which striker scored both Arsenal goals in the 2020 FA Cup final? It was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, of course. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Question 7. Savo Milosevic and Dwight York played up front for Aston Villa. Question 8. Which club did Thierry Henry leave to join Barcelona? It was Arsenal. The stadium being renamed, Birmingham fans would know that part. Good, fair point. I've got a feeling it has been though, Ian, for some reason, but some bizarre name like the Checkatrade / Burger King Stadium or something. Question 9. Mark Hughes joined Chelsea from Manchester United. And finally, question 10. Dennis Bergkamp played for international for which country? Of course, it was Holland. It was Holland. Okay, I'm back up here. So that's it. Another quiz done. Another Monday night. Thank you all for taking part. Great fun again. Let us know your scores, how you've got on. Don't forget, we're having our quiz on Thursday night, which will be at 6 o'clock. Nice and early before we have a beer. But of course, we can have a beer. And I'm sure we will all be having a beer and a drink. Get rid of this 2020. Get rid of this year. So join us for that quiz on Thursday night. 8 for Stephen, well done. Richard Fig, 38 out of 40, well done. 37 out of 40, well done, my friend. Asa, 33 out of 40. Dan Johnson's picking up his half a point as we go through. John Clifton, 31. Gazillion Trophy Stadium, there you go. Something like that, it's Birmingham City's. Ashley Peed, 34, well done. Chris Mitchell, well done, my friend. 40 out of 40, well done as well. David Elridge, 37. Rob, 35, well done. Harrison Feek, well done, young man, 31 out of 40. Dawn Meredith in Cheltenham, well done, 36 out of 40. Richard, 28. Neil Shulver, 33. Ian, 27 out of 29 because you missed some of them. Apologies. Jenny Griggs, Mickey and Jen, 33. Richard Dixon, 32. Sam Woodward, 32. Well done. Chris Toothill, 32 and a half. Well done. Chris Walker, 37 out of 40. See you Thursday. Yeah, will do. Josh Baxter, 30 out of 40. Russ Phillips, 34 out of 40. One of the original quizzers. Good to see you. Crew and Man City fan, if I remember rightly, top of my head. Stephen Bodson, 31 out of 40. Well done. I think if I remember rightly, you're our Ajax fan, so congratulations and welcome to our quiz. Nolene, 29. Well done. Okay, I think we're going through them all. Thanks everybody. I'll see you Thursday night. Keep tuned to obviously our Facebook pages. Go even subscribe to our YouTube channel because we'll start putting stuff on that as well. We've got Instagram, we've got Twitter, we've got Facebook. And keep sharing with your family and friends if you possibly can. Let's get as many people doing the quizzes. We'll keep going now as long as everyone wants to, and it'll be continue to be great fun. It's a great laugh, having a really good fun with you all. So look forward to many more, and I will see you all on Thursday evening. Okay, take care everyone. Enjoy the rest of the week, and I'll see you Thursday. Bye for now.